السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
How are you, Norani? Are you
الحمد لله
good?
شيخ. الحمد
Alhamdulillah. Brother Norani, good?
لله.
Alhamdulillah. Now begin rules of Tajweed, okay? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let's start. Seeking refuge. Seeking refuge. Please recite.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Seeking. You look at screen. Look at screen.
Oh, okay, you want me to repeat? Seeking refuge. Yes, sir.
Seeking refuge. الاستعاذة. Arabic seeking refuge. الاستعاذة. Okay. الاستعاذة. Okay. When you read the Quran, you must say, seek refuge with Allah from the outcast Satan. Outcast Satan. Okay. Read, please.
When you read the Quran, you must say seek refuge with Allah from the outcast Satan.
From the outcast Satan. على قارئ القرآن الاستعاذة بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. استعيذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. When you read the Quran, you must say, seek refuge with Allah from the outcast Satan. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Seeking refuge. Seeking refuge. You read it out loud. You read it silently. Yes. Read this, please.
Seeking refuge, you read it out loud. You read it silently.
You read it out loud. You read it silently. Excuse me. Excuse me. I have a lesson now. You have a lesson. No. Okay. Again, seeking refuge. You read it out loud. You read it silently.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Seeking refuge. Read it out loud. Read it silently. Okay. This is repeat it. This side.
Yes, sir.
When you read it loud. When you read it loud. When you read it loud. Okay. Number one. I read seeking out loud if the reading is done by turns. The first reader say it loud. If the reading is done by turns, the first reader say it loud. Yes, again.
seeking refuge when you read it loud. If
Yes.
the reading is done by turns, the first reader say it loud.
Yes. When they read it loud, when you read it out loud, out loud, when you read it out loud. If the reading is done by turns, the first reader say it loud. Number 2, if one reading aloud and others listening his recitation. Again, read please.
If one is reading aloud and others listening to his recitation.
Yes, if one is reading or if one reading?
If one reading aloud.
What is the correct? Please, if one reading or if one is reading?
Both are correct, but the spelling mistake here of listening. If one is reading is more.
Yes, this is it needs correct. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Excuse me. If one is reading aloud and the other is listening, or are listening.
Others are listening. If you want to put, if one is reading, you have to put others are listening. But if you put, if one
is reading aloud and others are listening his recitation, this is correct. Yes. If one is reading aloud and others are listening his recitation. Okay. Understand?
Yes, Sheikh. Yes.
Okay. When you read it silently, read it when you read it silently. If the reader is reading alone or silently. If the reader is reading alone or silently. Again.
When you read it silently. If the reader is reading alone or silently.
Number 2. This is number 2, no number 3. Number 2. If the reading is done by turns, the next reader say it silently. If the reading is done by turns, the next reader say it silently. Again.
If the reading is done by turns, the next reader say it silently.
Okay. Yes. What happened if you cut off your reading? What happened if you cut off your reading? Again, recite please.
What happened if you cut off your reading?
What happened if you cut off your reading? It depends on 2 cases. It depends on 2 cases. Number 1, by sneezing or coughing. Number 2, by working normal conversation. Yes? Read this slide, please.
It depends on 2 cases. Number 1, by sneezing, coughing. Number 2, by working normal conversation.
Yes, by sneezing, coughing, yes, it is easy. What about by working or normal conversation, closed reading, answer phone, drive car, okay? This meaning of normal conversation or by working anything, okay? By sneezing or coughing, in this case, I don't repeat the refuge. In this case, I don't repeat the refuge. Okay?
Yes.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Read, please, this slide.
By sneezing, coughing, in this case, I don't repeat the refuge.
Yes. Yes, by working in normal conversation. In this case, when I back, I should start. Do maybe increase, okay? I should start with the refuge. Okay? I should start with the refuge. In this case, when I back, B-A-C-K.
That's correct, yes.
Increase, okay?
Yes.
When in this case, when I back, I should start with the refuge, okay?
Yes, Sheikh.
When I back, yes, I should start. No need to do.
Yeah, remove do.
No do, yes. In this case, when I back, I should start with the refuge. And there is uncle, this is wrong. Or is another wrong? Yes, again. Yes, if the reading is done, please. When you read it out loud, if it's reading is done by turns, if one reading alone, if one is reading, if one is reading. Wait, please. If one is reading. If one is reading, okay, I correct it after. Understand this rule, Brother Nurani? Yes? It's easy?
Yes.
Or you want to repeat it?
No, it's good.
طيب. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. Thanks. This is in the rule. We can stop now.